I'm probably gonna have to poke at the stream volume until something, like, makes fucking sense. I don't know how loud this game is. I don't know where I am anymore. I'm getting too much money. Yeah, let's see if that another bar. Let's give... Yeah, a little more. A little more. There we go. Don't you have ducking on still? I bet I do. Yeah, I sure do. Do we want to keep that on? I feel like that was only necessary for Granblue because that game had, like, way too much dynamic range to be played on anything but, like, an IMAX theater. Yeah, I'll just switch it off, and then, like, if my own sound effects punch me in the ears, then I guess that's just my cross to bear. I get to select this fucking cutie patootie on my release profile. On my dev profile, I have something like... I don't know, I've had to delete my dev profile like 17 times during bisects, but I probably have something like 50,000 wins with Heavy Magician. But when I play online, I just play Emerald because having to deal with latency and with, like, stat changes at the same time is just a complete fucking mystery to me. I don't understand how my brain's supposed to do it. So let's, like, play Master GP, I guess. Because obviously we put a shot caller on Sal's children, who are like weird hybrids between kindergartners and small dogs, so that whenever they eat double jackpot on Stormrig, we just like shake them into submission until they stop going fast. This is a reasonable way to tune a video game. Oh hey, I can turn my alerts on as well, probably. So, do I just get to click this button an additional time? Yeah! Jigs up. Appreciate it, Demon. I was about to say you two to that, just in case you were wondering how my mental has been over the last week and change. That was a terrible position. So I have had like 3 sips of cider, and despite the look of me, I apparently don't have enough combined body weight to dissipate that effectively. So I am already aware that I'm like starting to become impaired. So this is probably the worst you will ever see me play this game. Alright, we got new fastfall. That one's gonna take a bit to get used to. I like that change. I'm very resistant to, like... A lot of stuff in 2.2 is, like, how do we address this grievance without, like, diluting the intent of the design? And Fastfall was definitely, like, one of those that kind of existed on the edge of, like, this is not a bug, you just disagree with the design. But I feel like this is awesome. This is the fucking best. I feel like with what some sections of the game asked the player for, there was definitely kind of a need for, like, ways to land on smaller ledges. Why did I take a ring box on Robotnik Coaster Lap 3? That is fucking crazy. Literally anything that passes Tripwire would have been, like, 4th there, because we just left an end cut in the game because it's a fucking amusement park course. If you don't have a loop-de-loop, what is this the fucking point? I haven't had a chance to try out Ring Racers. What were the biggest changes between this and SRB2 Kart? I don't even know where to begin, in terms of answering that question. It's like... it is a very technical and in-depth sequel for, like, complete sickos and Sega fans, and anybody who, like, belongs at least 25% to both groups. It is, like, identifiably a kart racing game, and I genuinely feel like that's where the resemblance starts to break down. I didn't play a ton of Master on the 2.2 release candidates. I played enough to be sure that, like, we hadn't completely defanged and nerf-clipped the bots when, like, adjusting CPU parameters a bit. Woohoo! Yeah, baby! That's gaming! I fucking love Insta-Whip. Very weird that you love a mechanic that you designed. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's like... Dev really liked how fucking pissed off and aggressive the old AI was, but the way in which it was accomplishing that was, like, very frequently breaking the illusion. And that's, like... AI is never gonna play by the same rules that humans do. If you think your favorite racing game has, like, computerized opponents that follow all of the handling rules, you are almost certainly wrong. Unless you're playing, like, Gran Turismo or something. I don't know what the fuck those guys are doing. But it's kind of your responsibility not to break the illusion. Because if you, like, pull back the curtain too much, if it's, like, obvious enough that it feels like you have to play against them in unusual ways, whether or not that's actually true, then the result is, like, people do not feel ready or, like, willing to put in the time as if it were a fairly designed challenge. And that's, like, that makes sense. That's, like... It's always good to hear that. But yeah, most of the bot stuff was, like... We like difficult, unpredictable AI because, like, obviously the developers of the video game play the video game an amount and require unusual degrees of novelty and challenge in order to stay entertained. But the difficulty level was just... This is a nice feature of the game, by the way, I appreciate it. Not where people expected it to be, and it was one shock too many in a game that already asks a lot from the player up front. Azusa's stats suck. Is she class F? That block is doing pretty well, IMO. Like, in online races, I'm still kinda eyeing fucking, Alright, I'm on Master GP, so I have the fucking, indicator, because on Master GP, prison stages don't start with bumpers. And also, the time requirements are so fucked up that some prison stages are almost, but to my knowledge, not quite impossible. Alright, we are way better than this than anyone else, huh? It's also, like... The game received some pretty extensive testing from people with, like, very little experience. Some of them no experience, some of them non-gamers. But, like, because of the circles we operate in and, like, the available pool of people for testing, we got an unusual number of people who were willing to, like, just get hit in the face with challenge and go, like, okay, I guess I will return to this some other time. When, like, the expectations set by things like naming a difficulty normal mode give the actual target audience of the game a difficult fucking time, with the idea that they might need to, like, step down or practice somewhere else, or, you know, insert, like, any strategy that is not bashing your face against the challenge that you are, like, struggling to learn from. And it's like, it is absolutely no surprise that this game is a slow burner for some people. Oh, that's my fucking... I'm so good at trapping my own line. It's like, I'm the best player in the world at placing hazards in front of myself. Maybe I just should have tested the entire game, like, 3 drinks in, and it would have simulated the ability for me to, like, not know things anymore. Woo. I don't play a ton of Gear 3. Most of the Gear 3 that I've played was for Time Attack, which was a lot of fun to fucking record, just incidentally. Hey, that actually made contact. Thank you, by the way, Kern. I know a guy that does the drunk test with the game he's working on. I may legitimately keep it in mind. It's like, we were very confidently accused of not testing the game at all, which is, in retrospect, extremely fucking funny. Thanks, Twill. Fucking... get your sleep, Chief. "66 months is, like, an auspicious number. Yeah, it's pretty close to the amount that has significance. Just a little nudge to the left there to make sure I was actually keeping rings in stock. Woo. So yeah, prepping 2.2 was, like, extremely funny. Like, the challenge of, like, taking in feedback and materially addressing it in ways that do not compromise the core ideas was challenging. Like, I worked a lot on, like, core handling and shit. I'm very much about, like, my purview is everything that happens in between, like, go and finish. I'm a gameplay designer, not a fighter. But all of these pieces are kind of working together when it comes to, like, managing the player's expectations and making sure they feel, like, emotionally prepared to handle what's being asked of them. As you can probably tell, that's been on my mind a lot. The reception for this has been I'm gonna keep this morally neutral because I feel like this specific adjective is gonna, like, make a point here. The reception has been loud. Like, the sheer volume of it has been very funny. And I genuinely mean that. It's like, we ran into a couple operational delays with releasing the game that had us sitting on the final release candidate build for, like, quite some time. And in basically all of the intermediate time between then and release, I did not think about, like, the reception of the game a single time. I was just like, I want this to come out so I can make sure the master server doesn't catch fire, and then I'm going to, like, go lie down on my couch and stare at the ceiling for 6 to 8 business days, or until my emotions, like, resume standard processing. Ah! Must have been one tick. A lot of it has been great. In particular, like on a personal level, people have been astonishingly kind to my music, considering that I don't know what I'm fucking doing, and have never released music with, like, this online identity. Like, literally the last time I did music on the internet was 10 years ago, and I am so emotionally distanced from that version of me that the username is burned. And so that's been really fucking gratifying. To everybody who's, like, sent some kind words my way, and everybody who continues to do so. Y'all are pretty nice, thank you very much. I love these fucking Gray Springs. Dang. You still retain a good amount of boost there on Gear 3, though. Yeah, these jokers are just fucking gone. Except for that fucking person just appearing on my minimap to cause me some personal grief. Yeah, you need to, like, go anywhere else. I hit the blue booster, so it's okay. Good cycle. I have a SoundCloud, and dead ass, it contains nothing except, like, SoundCloud from 8 years ago, and, like, one Paul-stretched clip of something I don't even remember the source of. Once we are, like, confirmed done putting out fires with, like, the initial version of this game, we are gonna do a soundtrack upload, and that will probably be roughly the time where I, like, polish my socials to the extent that I can, like, link something that makes any sense to anyone. I'm really happy with Robotnik Coaster. I feel like as a layout, it does a pretty good job of introducing players to, like, how dynamic and, like, in-your-face Ring Racer's slopes are, while still keeping the layout, like, largely friendly and forgiving. And, like, the visuals team fucking killed it. I cannot believe that shit. It's so pretty. The discourse about, like, you can tell this is a Sonic special stage because the music slaps and the gameplay is unbelievably frustrating has been strangely gratifying to take in. By the way, these are a little bit like fucked up on Gear 3. They're kind of funny. There's some funny business going on. And Cherub slid this in right before we fucking locked final assets. And the catharsis is real. It's making me happy. I also, like, fucking did completely new mixes and new verses for both Robotnik Coaster and UFO Catcher, like, a week before Assets Lock. Because fuck yourself. I think I spent about 4 days straight rotating between 3 different sets of headphones, going, "It sounds better." "No, it doesn't, it sounds the same." Over and over and over again. So that was pretty based. So I, like, still kind of remember how to play this game when I'm on half a can of cider, which is not a real amount of alcohol, but is real to me personally. So please, like, be nice. Oh yeah, let's key that. There we go. Now I have fake 100%, yay! I'm glad that I can use the unlock almost everything codes on my public file, because there are still, like, 1 or 2 things that I want to keep a little bit quiet, even as they disseminate through the internet. We had an internal argument over whether the presence of the word keygen in the game would cause AV detections. It was pretty good. Is the Chao key password meant to be one you can enter multiple times? It wasn't originally, but we just decided that it was fine. Like, if people are gonna cheat, people are gonna cheat. There are certain kinds of players who feel so strongly about their, like, intended experience that they will bend the game to their will whether or not it provides a native option. Am I on Master? Yep. And if it makes it sufficiently difficult, they will just walk away. So, like, if people want to cheat 250 Chao keys, that's fine. That group of people, you were not in the target audience for the unlock system, so go nuts. Does Heavy Magician work with modded characters? Sure fucking does! How was your stream, T? I couldn't stay in for super long, because I had a little bit more procedural work to do. One of my big worries with 2.2 was overcorrecting on some of the loudest feedback and, like, watering down the game for people who are really vibing with it. And so I appreciate that we seem to have struck something of a balance in that regard. I don't think the work is done, but I'm pretty happy with things currently are. Paid $280 and Cliff is here. Motor Roach did the thing! The fucking guy has arrived. This is a lap 3 interaction, and I would really like something in a better use odds bracket. I missed Garden Top, oh well. This is pretty dire. That's a rough interaction. Oh yeah, somebody asked regarding Heavy Magician's sound clips. Heavy Magician is Street Fighter V Karin except I put the voice clips in, like, a Z80 washing machine. It felt spiritually appropriate. It's like, I need you to be audibly synthetic and kind of shitty, but also, like, smug and irritating in sort of a performative way. Alright, gang's all here. Yeah, we're just gonna skip that item set. Sure, man. Who made the choice to use fucked up PS2 dub Arl voice? I don't remember, but my favorite piece of discourse regarding that choice was somebody accusing English Arl of sounding like a chain smoker, which suggests to me that that person has, like, never interacted with the tobacco product through, like, 4 layers of fucking separation. Like, that's just not true. That's not real. Of course I look back, trying to fucking get the rabbit radar going and walk into a bubble shield. Alright. Let's kill her. There's maybe a little bit of rasp on really nice, but I love that clip a lot because it's like the hit confirm equivalent of the FGC nod when you get hit by someone's forward Orbi at an angle that is sharp enough to turn it into a backwards Orbi. Oh, I missed the fucking pad. This is gonna start way back. I wasn't sure whether I would still have tripwire leniency there, so... Alright, it's time to stack Jackpot on Stormrig. Yeehaw! Now this is resource management! Whoops. I wanted to nail that ring box directly, but instead I just, like, gave up an extremely cracked ketchup item to, like, strafe into a bubble shield. The music on Stormrig changed fairly late in development, and I really appreciate the track that ended up here. I think it's very fun. Woohoo! Alright, here we go. Yeah, every follower in Ring Racers has a, like, unique bullshit sound associated with it that plays when you look back at someone using that follower. Which is about as obnoxious as the mechanic could be made while still being able to go in the video game. So I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out. Oh my god, please help me. Yeah, Master Stormrig! Woohoo! I definitely haven't made the best, like, mechanical choices in this race. That drop target was, like, as an environmental storytelling element, I really appreciated it. You can look back during the orbit cam where look back doesn't do anything to just get your follower to play a noise. And I think that's just the best. Woo! Nice shot! You fucking synthetic fuck! Yeah! I am quite glad that Master still has some very noteworthy teeth to it. I think I'll take Flame here. I do get to use Invince up here, but I fucking missed it by one tick, and now I guess we're just doing the single sneaker do-si-do. I am not the best Garden Top user on Dev, but I am, like, not worthless at this game, historically. Why did we give them AI for that? That's fucking rude. Yes, they really do have behavior for that. Sal really cooked in terms of, like, making these things feel like engaging opponents, in my opinion. Absolutely, there was, like, some tuning shenanigans going on. But, oh wow, I'm actually gonna be really behind Cream on point rankings here. That's pretty rough. Alright, remember, this is min delay 2 plus, like, add 1 per drink. IMO. I think that's fair, IMO. We're ignoring fucking CDs, because I used codes, because I've beaten this game 100,000 times during development, and I don't have anything to prove to these fucking developers. Because I'm the fucking developers. There we go. So we got a life back, we got an A rank on the board, but like, opening performance, being 2 races behind rival is pretty rough. I'm gonna be honest, when I first joined up with the dev team, I was like not particularly interested in the development of like the single player side of this game, because I just didn't believe that computer opponents could be programmed in a way. Ooh, that's hot. I fucking love Gear 3 Jaws. I didn't believe that computer opponents could be programmed in a way that I would find it personally interesting to fight them. And I was just not correct. So that's cool. And it's been good to see, like, people who are, like, super motivated and hyper-technical still feeling like they have something to do, even if, like, net play in their region is not exactly poppin'. This is definitely a little bit low for this turn, considering that my rabbit radar is currently lighting up. Okay, we're good. Yeah, you like Bubble Shield stuff? I fucking like Bubble Shield stuff. That mechanic's mine. We almost shipped a version of Bubble Shield that didn't bounce, and then I'm like, that can't happen. And the entire time we're testing in development, it's like, huh, this is pretty strong, but it seems like obviously beatable in terms of like everything that we have yet been able to apply it to. And then, like, within a week, people are posting videos of them just bashing their heads into tripwire 18 quadrillion times. And I go, okay, I guess I have to do something. And the changes to Bubble Bounce in 2.2 are exactly the type of changes that I was talking about when I say, like, I want to refine this, not remove it. Because I think I nerfed it the minimum possible amount for it to not, like, decide games and push other items out of the system in a way that narrows the, like, strategy space. Seeing people comment shit like, lol, they should remove ring boost on YouTube videos drives me nuts. Yeah, there are, like, a lot of week 1 comments on the theme of, like, remove slope physics. And it's like, I will never begrudge anyone that if it is, like, stated with qualifications. It is not your job to make the video game, and I think those types of, like, explorations of the design have value. Plus, ultimately, like, we got a fucking Lua interpreter in this thing, even if, like, the way it's hooked up is currently a little bit jank. So people are gonna use this as a platform to tailor the experience to, like, exactly what they want. It's a GPL game. People are gonna do fucking, hard forks. And that's, like, absolutely. We're fucking standing on the shoulders of Doom Legacy, standing on the shoulders of SRB2, of SRB2 Kart. Fucking make it your own. Do your own thing. Go wild. But there was, like, definitely a distinct difference between, like, people who felt like they had a reason to care about developer intent versus people who were just, like, they felt burned by their own expectations. What was I saying? That was already not a good race. That was already a dire place to be. An adept juke. And it's like, I don't want to denigrate it with, like, bootleg either, necessarily. Like, definitely there are people who fuck with the vision to varying degrees. Like, I absolutely cut my teeth in game design with mods, 100%, and while my experience working on Ring Racers has been entirely different in scope and magnitude, like, it would make me a little bit sad if people didn't feel free to, like, use something like this as a playground, because absolutely I have done the same. But it has been interesting watching, like, people who feel strongly that they are in target audience and just want some refinements to some, like, rough edges that they feel don't serve their idea of, like, the vision. Versus people who, like, are strongly convinced they should be in target audience. And it's like, I'm trying to treat this with some respect here. Hopefully that's obvious. But definitely a lot of it is just, like, expectations. And so my sincere hope is that people have kind of gotten the message that it's like, we want to do things that, like, make the game better. I feel like this is a relatively common desire for game developers, but seems shockingly underexplored in the way that we talk about games that are receiving live updates. People are absolutely entitled to their scrub quotes. I will happily label some of them as scrub quotes, but, like, I still take in the information for a purpose. Ugh, I'm getting thrashed tonight. This is not good. It's expectations. That's why a lot of things in the patch are, like, really soft changes, like changing the presentation of the difficulty spread. It's like there is always a soul to the scrub quote. And, like, whether or not you, like, feel compelled to treat someone with dignity on this basis should probably be based on, like, whether or not they have, like, expressed some degree of courtesy and respect when trying to articulate this idea. But, like, even if people don't fucking understand what's going on, I am never gonna accuse anyone of lying about their feelings. That serves no one. And it is the unfortunate, but, like, somewhat weirdly noble responsibility of a game developer to extract the feelings and, like, determine the problem. That was kind of a nice shot, huh? I feel like making shots like that at speed, it feels real nice to me. There's a little bit of, like, fudging in the thrown item physics, where if you're already traveling at speed, we add some speed to thrown items that goes above and beyond additive velocity to make it feel really rewarding to combine speed and, like, missile items. Kind of hoping for a dunk there, but not really anticipating it strongly. Ooh, that's bad. What's my situation here? I'm in third. Cream is fucking gone again. I somehow stopped on single sneaker for the 18 quadrillionth time in a row. I'm probably about to get punished. This is probably going to involve some pain. I will say, though, and I assume people have already figured this out, there is an exception to the sealed star entry requirements that is only active on Master Mode, because Master Mode is, like, so rough that it kind of breaks the design of GP ranking in some ways. Not that that has stopped anyone from S-ranking the whole game on Master. You fucking lunatics. And some of our testers on the 2.0 AI. This is kind of what I mean when it comes to, like, let's assess the situation. I think it's possible that gold is salvageable, but I don't just need to succeed, I need that fucking rabbit to drown. Withering Chateau has been, like, consistently mentioned as a favorite. And I feel like it's kind of an interesting example of, like, the game's style, because, like, the palette and presentation is a lot more muted than a lot of locations in this game. It's a lot less bombastic and geometric, and, like, the fucking design on the paper cup. But people have responded really well to it, because I think it's just like, I'm not an art guy. I had no fucking part in, like, the fucking design of this at all, so I'm just like you guys when I make this assessment. I don't know anything. But I feel like there's a level of, like, cohesion here that people kind of instinctually respond to as, like, this feeling like a fully realized place in a lot of ways. Heavy Magician's so hard. Heavy Magician's not that hard, but Heavy Magician's kinda hard. This stream brought to you by Angry Orchard. Oh, you fuck. I should have pushed way earlier, but I was trying to fucking juke a CPU with a drop target, and they just, like, they don't fear death, is the problem. They just don't care. Have you played a class? I'm in a 14-player lobby. Oh wait, do I win? I might win. Oh, good, baby! Cream fucking drowned. It's weird seeing the stage in different colors now. Yeah, why not just fucking stop on single Orby instead of the triple Orby that's right next to it and then miss the shot anyway? All good, dude. Jaws do pretty low damage, but, like, they are fairly reliable shots as long as you carry some speed into the attack. Oh, hey, it's that guy! I guess I am on my develop data. Get him out of here. Yeah, it's kinda no secret anymore if you're, like, plugged into this game. But watching people find that was very funny. So yeah, the game is kind of fun sometimes, I think. Maybe occasionally. This bug, this is interesting, where, like, going to fast forward the fucking podium screen gives you eval, but doesn't actually fast forward the sequence. And yeah, here you go. Even though I one-shot that sealed star, I am under point threshold for A rank, but that's because Master lets you into sealed stars as long as you place first. So if you are very confident in your driving, but not confident in your ability to manipulate the ranking system, then there's your option. love the music for the award ceremony. Thank you very much. I think MK did a great job with the qualifying theme as well, and I am a little bit sad that it is so fucking difficult to place 4th in a GP and still complete it, because Loser Club is one of my favorite music tracks in the entire game, and I'm glad it found a home for, like, something that is almost objectively way dumber. That's okay, guess not. Woo! Just get rid of it. Just believe. And kept talking about your special stage theme well into that stream. That's really cool, dude. Between, like, people posting their, like, very heartfelt experiences with, like, the audio-visual design of Sealed Stars, and people posting the worst fucking memes ever with the Grow theme, I feel like I've been nourished a lot by the reception to, like, sound stuff specifically. None of you guys saw that. I don't want to fucking hear it. It has been quite gratifying. Couldn't quite go for Vince. Yeah, let's get that fucking Aqua Shield out of here. Just gonna sneak her over the fucking conveyor. 'Cause I'm kind of just not fucking emotionally ready to deal with it right now. Be sure to keep me updated when we do the release. There are a couple people who will be the first to know. Yeah, Seth did great on the Inmates theme. It's been really fun to, like, reincorporate some motifs that are, like, emotionally important to, like, SRB2 card over the last couple of years. Like, getting to sample stuff in Robotnik Coaster was super fun. Even if people do tell some interesting stories about, thinking that someone had joined their GP session because they heard the fucking netgame join sound. I want to go far away. You know, Outrun's in the fucking target bracket. Outrun and Phantasy Star. Both within the fucking targeting window. Hello, Sleep Mode. Appreciate the Las Vegas stage a lot. Vegas is really cool. That got, like, an almost complete layout resculpt very late. The initial design looked a lot different. And, like, independently from some extremely funny fan service, it's like, I appreciate seeing that era of PSO2 represented, because it's like the time where I was definitely the most meaningfully active with the game. I'm getting used to the applications of, like, the momentum redirect fastfall stuff. That was one of the changes that we were most worried about. And I think I still might... Good job, asshole. I still might want to tweak it a little bit down the line. But I think overall the mechanic working in this way is, like, just a little bit healthier. Thank you for the fucking delivery. And hey, since I fixed fucking overheat... Whoop! Except I hit somebody's fucking ass when they were taking their sweet time going through the tripwire. Thank you, you fat fuck. Ooh, that's a nice... Okay, that was some of the worst DI. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. No? I didn't waypoint update further down. Dang. I thought for sure I had a waypoint update down there. Oh well. Maybe I should have a special case to Ring Shooter if you're, like, eating ass on a level that has, like, previously been thought impossible. Oops. Yeah, so that was a really stupid fucking interaction, and I'm really here for it. Alright, let's give it another shot. Actually, I'm a developer. I'm not gonna complain to the developers if this doesn't work. Should I fucking play this in 16:9? Get a nice even fit on the stream. Ring Shooter is genuinely, like, mainly for soft lock stuff. However, in internal, we have definitely colluded to, like, combine Ring Shooters before to, like, relay race up to someone who is way too far ahead to be caught normally. Like, there were some very funny situations where, like, the item table was so broken on some courses that people were getting Grow in first place, and we're treating the person front-running like a raid boss, trying to stagger cooldowns. I feel like I should play in GL for a bit to show off Jack's work, but I'm wondering if the game is just going to fucking explode if I do that. I really can't wait for some more work to hit the hardware renderer, because Jack has truly done some fucking wild shit where this game's like 3D models. Tape as well. Tape's absolutely put some work into it, but I think Tape would agree with me when I say that it is very much like Jack's baby. Yeah, it's a little bit different for a developer because I'm very keenly aware of the visual features that GL doesn't have. Like, it's missing some things that just, like, one or two little conveyance cues, one or two little visual flourishes. It should say something that OGL was, like, so sufficiently fucking broken for large portions of dev that I am actually playing on software despite, like, a couple years ago, Tyron being completely prepared to hurl with software perspective. I get to ignore that, because I made the fucking video game and I make the rules. Oops. This fucking Gunla position area where we have like an entire airport runway and yet we're packed fucking like sardines in the starting grid. Yeah, having more levels of contrast by virtue of having like true color lighting definitely helps some with like visibility in certain spots. Let's ring the racer. And it's like, as much as some of us like the things that software perspective allows us to do, like there are a couple fucking visual tricks used by special stages, just because like parallel lines stay parallel. Like, GL is just better at showing you the fucking floor. And, like, that's kind of important when, like, looking at the floor is a large portion of, like, the flow of information. Oh, you gotta get the fuck away from me. I'm gonna hold on to this and try to make a frontal shot instead. Actually, it looks like they're getting fucking backed up back there, fighting amongst each other, so... I'll just set something at the top of that hill and then show out, hey, it's the fucking guy! It's T's favorite, but in pink lemonade. I mean, we do just have, like, shaders in the current presentation model of the game. I think that's pretty hot. Mr. Bear, thank you very much. I don't know when the fuck 30 months happened either. Probably 30 months ago or something. Do appreciate your support. Ah, you landed on the fucking off-road. Dumb fucking cat. Stupid piece of shit. Alright, how bad does this look? Real quick. Ooh. I don't know how it looks on stream. I figure there's, like, probably some kind of fucked up pattern to it. In the preview, it doesn't look bad. I kind of think it's hot, honestly, but... I genuinely like the way this game looks with the sharp CRT filter on. I have seen some people with very different opinions on how a CRT filter should look, and that's okay. I hope game performance is good enough that you can use reshade in peace without having to worry too much. It's wild because, like, a lot of the way that, like, old display shaders work can occasionally be tuned for, like, not how did this look on the display, but, like, what does video footage of this time look like? Where people are adding, like... It's like, this is a little bit less like a PVM and more like a shitty capture card. The Roa soundtrack's so fucking good. Flashy Goodness is, like, just an insane wizard. Full Steam Vengeance is a DLC stage theme, so it is possible that it exists on one of the extended albums or something. Oh, I hear Spike's getting parried back there. Better pull over. You dumb fucking cat. Ooh, that's hot. Roa's cool. I am excited for Rivals 2. Everything I have seen about it suggests that it will be pretty solid. That is a brutal place to set that. How did she know? Ugh. I'm gonna get some fucking heartburn. One of my favorite parts of this game is that item boxes have fucking gibs. Watching that get worked on was extremely funny. I have no idea how to route any prison stage that was not on my staff ghost list. I'm going to be fucking honest with you. I just throw gotcha bombs at the target reticle, and then when it goes away, I get endorphins from hearing Heavy Magician do a thing. I'm gonna be very open about that fact. I bet the fucking compression is really unhappy with this filter. So I'll probably switch it off for now. It was very nice to be able to get Sharp Bilinear in, like, just a little bit before release, though. Just, like, there are a couple HUD assets that just look way better when they don't have that, like, 1 pixel variance based on the way they're being scaled. Cat went to space. Cat's fucking gone. I've been fucking testing for so long that whenever I see CPU honey, I'm just like, Dark Spirit Mari has invaded your world. Alright, can we do it? Dang. Made it across at least. That's cool. I would like some fucking rings now, if possible. Nope. A little bit too early and ambitious on that boost. I was hoping to see how new Fast Fall works over there. Oh well, next time. I saw some discourse about the invincibility nerf. Some people seemed a little bit surprised by it. But I definitely think it's like in a lot healthier of a place when balanced against other power items. Like other things that show up at comparable rates in the same use odds bracket. Obviously, I think it's better balanced because I am the fucking person who balanced it. But I also think that the specific way we decided to go forward has some merit because, like, ooh, I love that fucking slip tide. Yeah, look at that! Where it's like, alright, because it's easy to get, like, potato tumbling with invincibility because you're already going fast, we're going to reduce it a little bit so that the most egregious and ridiculous tumbles come from items that are much harder to actually apply. Is the sync still in the game? Sure is. I believe it's still accessible in standard play if you steal an SPB with Eudoro, but don't quote me on that. I have not looked at the relevant code, and new Eudoro is not my project. I got a ping somewhere, so I'm gonna briefly investigate this. This special stage is the generator of so much in-dev discourse that we had to, like, fix a map feature. Cover your ears for the next 10 seconds if you don't want a hint that makes this stage 50 times easier. Don't go inside the maces. Just use the capsules on the edge. Whoop, foot fell asleep. That's good. Right on top of there. Okay, maybe sometimes go into the mesas, except I don't remember how deceleration works on Gear 2, or Gear 3, especially if my character stats change in the middle of counter-steering. This stage is so fucking goofy. Those flower launchers are used in Avant Garden, I believe. I don't think I can make this shot from this distance. but god damn it, I'm gonna try because I'm a red-blooded American. Yeah, the off-road that's used here is absolutely fucking insane. Ooh! Hoo-hoo-hoo! Orbin, now it's got one clipped. Nice. Heavy Magician almost didn't do anything in battle or special stages. And then I just got, like, irritated by that fact shortly before release and just fucking invented something that would be stupid. I appreciate that this matches the vibe after you're, like, done with the rushing part of a stage, and you just kind of get to enjoy the architecture and try not to just fall the fuck off. The order of how sometimes upon breaking the UFO, the Emerald will keep the recoil speed up and just book it. I've seen that a couple times. Probably there is a little bit of room to tune certain things, but I think the state of things in 2.2 is probably soft enough that it should alleviate people's concerns for the most part. Fuck Rift. Worst shit about this update is I was writing a review for 2.1 and it dropped, so I had to cut half of my review. Yeah, it's... I'm hoping that 2.2 sends a really clear message that we're, like... We're kind of in it for the long haul. That we really care about this fucking thing. Genuinely earned S rank. I'm so fucking cool. It's like I developed the video game or something like that. Really weird idea. Should I get more booze? Hey Az, are you here? Should I like go get another cider? Everybody else pipe down. Your opinion will be weighted at like 1/3 strength. I'm still getting the hang of Gear 2. Oh, absolutely. Fucking drop down as far as 1 if you feel like you need to. That's what they're there for. And honestly, I happen to think that this game's handling is just generally better balanced on Gear 2 anyway. Which is not to say that Gear 3 isn't enjoyable. And definitely there are some aspects of it that are, like, a little bit more pure. I need to get Gear 4 in my veins ASAP. Do I get to do this once if I blank the input? Just once? Where's my fucking button? I got the fucking, I don't get to do that because I have a blur. Hold on, let me hit this button.
I took care of it.
I don't know how Fred didn't get hit by my Cure 3, but... Oh, that's why. Okay, good news. We apparently broke the thing that I wanted to show off at some point, so everyone's spared for a little while longer. Good night, Azora. Thank you for dropping in. I did not unlock Jack Frost. Possibly because he has already joined the party without my consent. Let's keep playing Heavy Mag. Let's... You got other followers in this bitch? There's like a few of those, I think. Seeing the way some horn mod sounds got mapped to these is just deeply fucking amusing. Use mag, you got it. Which is your favorite? Moto Buddy is my son, and I would die for him. Moto Buddy is too pure for this sinful, wretched fucking world. And then Moto Bricks is also there. And just an adorable fucking reference. But also, 2 steps away from both of them is this noise, which is in the game. And which I cannot wait to hear 100% of the time as soon as people start figuring this out. This way. Ooh, that's hot. Decent DI. I didn't completely fucking wipe out and crash and burn. Outrun 2 style heart attack mode in this game could be really funny. I've thought about a lot of stuff like that. I don't know whether this is obvious based on like my general disposition and ability to never shut the fuck up when I talk about this game, but like I think about Ring Racers some amount. Did you say D? There's a lot of stuff we don't cover. And I promise we will eventually document it. But yes, there is DI in this game. If you hold a joystick angle during hit stop, it will change your knockback vector a little bit. Damage hit stop specifically, not like fucking fun hit stop. There are like entire categories of bug where we marked things as damage hit stop and not as fun hit stop, and then you were able to like DI things that didn't hurt you, like having your item stolen with Eudoro, which caused some very strange handling behavior until we figured out what was going on. Why are they fucking bubble shielding this corner? That's brutal. You need the servers that remove crouch cancel. The criminal, I hate Sheik so much it's unreal. God damn, I love Melee Roy. I sure hope he isn't solved by a system mechanic. Also, I suck ass and did the thing that everyone does and burned to 0 on the last corner. I already threw... Okay, clearly this calls for more cider. The thing that I think people are starting to zero in on when we talk about ring racers is how, given any given 3-second segment of gameplay, there is almost an unlimited number of things that you can do to ruin your own race, and that the continuous potential for this to happen in infinity quadrillion million ways is kind of what gives the game its character. That, like, we have some kind of fucking retractable spool of infinite rope to hang yourself with. And so navigating the hundreds of thousands of small and large mistakes that you can make on a moment-to-moment basis means that any individual segment of gameplay where things aren't going wrong feels like you are speaking to God. That is the feeling that I wanted to zero in on when I made, like, tuning decisions. I did it again! Yeah, you went to Crimson Core and you were like, fuck, it's time. Thank you for party mode. Did we label something party mode? Did that get in the game while I wasn't looking? That was like, the ability to do that, like, set up a continuous session always existed if you just, like, hosted a net game and then didn't send anyone your IP. But, like, exposing it in the menu, kind of cool and based. It is so rare that I play this game with multiple controllers plugged in. Once I find a version of the Kart Maker template where the sprites are labeled, I feel like I have some documentation for that sitting around that I might be able to post later. Those are supposed to have labels. I genuinely don't know why they don't. Alright, my new objective is to not burn to 0 on this specific turn. Low-speed characters feel faster in this game than high-speed characters. So, like... Oh, online parties. Yeah. Fuck yeah. That's such a cool feature. I wish we could expose it in the menus a little bit better. Genuinely, it is the hottest shit. So the thing about, like, balancing characters in a racing game is that if there is a speed stat, you have kind of already caused yourself a massive problem because speed is the metric by which all characters measure success. So, like, ultimately, unless you want characters to just be, like, worse but more forgiving, you are required to figure out how to get everyone to, like, speeds that allow them to compete. I cannot fucking believe that Egg Robo did this to me. Get fucked! Get fucked! Another one, please. Yeah, it's like... The idea is less what speed are you at, but where does your speed come from? What informs the decisions you make when cornering? Decisions. And how do those decisions change the way you want to interact with other players? That was not the worst run I've ever done. Why do I already have so many fucking Chao keys on my release game when I have, like, barely played it? I have genuinely had so little opportunity to actually play the release version of the game. Of course, part of that was, like, because as soon as we did, like, the handling fixes in 2.2, I went, oh fuck, I don't want to play 2.1 netgames. You're just gonna circle around. Anyway, Toho hijack, lol. I feel like people are kind of sleeping on that specific position start. I think the time trialers are starting to figure it out because, like, duh. But, like, early Red MT release into just, like, trying to cross the line with generic speed, and if you get first blood, then it's fine. I feel like is a little bit underutilized from what I've seen online. For what it's worth, in case you were curious, the Master Mode's primary claim to fame is that it disables dynamic difficulty completely and locks everything at its hardest for the entire cup. It's kind of like that parallel mode type beat. And so I think a lot of the technical nuts are going to gravitate towards it pretty quickly. Is chemical facility even possible on this? We will find out. But I will say that every cup in the game has been S-ranked multiple times by testers, so... I cannot confidently speak for consistently possible, because I wasn't super plugged into a lot of that, but they have all been done. Who the fuck is Tails?
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, Chemical Facility is also a giant mean bastard. In addition to the bots just, like, driving it unusually well relative to humans and having, like, good parameters because of the way the layout is organized. Goodbye. I was hoping for Act 1 Knuckles, but this is fine too. Can I do something useful with this? Oh. Got bumped off my line and I'm like, what do I do? Hold on, let me think really slowly about this because I drank some alcohol. Invent seems right for this. I really like this lower path, except I missed the fucking reason that I take it. I guess I'll take this early. I think Metallic Madness Encore is a load of shit, but otherwise I greatly enjoyed Sonic Mania, which I know is an extremely normal opinion. The drop dash is genuinely one of those types of tools where, like, once you've had it, you kind of feel like you're wasting your fucking time when you go back to games that don't. Like, what do you fucking mean it's not there? Ugh, that's a bad cut. I'm just gonna burn everything and then believe. Placed in front of the rival. All good.
Beg your pardon.
Take the lower path on this fucking map, but I'm not gonna. Listen, did you put cocaine on the lower path of that map? Didn't fucking think so. Very cool of me to call my own mechanic cocaine. Although really it's like, a lot of things about the way that Ringbox functions in the final game don't really feel like they were designed in a way with anything that had a clear vision of the end result, so much as just like, this is fun, what if I made the numbers go up to see if it became more fun, and then we increased the numbers a lot.
Make way for the victor.
Toaster did a lot of really cool technical work on Heavy Magician, which is great because otherwise there's no fucking way this character could have existed. I hate fucking replays so much. Frog, you're never going to believe where I got part of the fucking samples that I used in Ringbox. I did not buy the VST, but I definitely took a look around their catalog. Here's a fun fact about fucking... I will open my code editor right now to confirm this number. If I fucking open Ring Racer's internal and Control F responsible audio engineer, I will find my own comment for this. Ringbox noises are played at 30% volume in the release build of the game. You would not fucking believe how loud I rendered that shit. Don't you do it! Did you fucking back throw it? What's wrong with her? Can we kill her? Nice. Can you please get an Easter egg that turns that sound and the explosion you had to nerf back to full? There are so many versions of some fucking sounds for ring racers that just exist in my scraps folder as loud.og, slightly less loud.og, slightly less loud.og. Since I'm talking to the person who composed Robotnik Coaster, I will say that when I made my huge-ass custom music PK3, I left that theme alone. It is that good. I appreciate the kind words. I feel like the rest of the fucking music team did some stellar work on their shit as well, and I would be remiss if I did not, like, bow my head respectfully to MK actually being a real audio engineer and Tape having the coolest fucking instrumentation ever. And Sev just continuously doing the most fucking enjoyable straight Mega Drive bass lines. I am still stuck on cock. There was supposed to be a T in that sentence, but you know what? What came out of my mouth also applies. Thank you to Angry Orchard for sponsoring the stream. I don't really know how to do this stage on Gear 3, so, like, this is probably going to be, like, really embarrassing. That might make it around. The ability to, like, control alt music has been asked for a couple times, and I don't know what our status is on it. I will probably ask around about that. Hey, that's my prompt that I implemented because I was afraid people weren't going to grok the new input method or read the patch notes. I think it's a fun layout. The fucking spacing and timing challenge associated with, like, making it across some of those fucking jumps is a little abstract and floaty in a way that I appreciate. I have no doubt y'all were working crazy on this, because the only 3 days I ever heard a Cumlin out talk about Cart that was meeting him in person at Frosty's. I feel like a ridiculous amount of my time, over the last year in particular, has gone to this fucking thing. And it is finally starting to feel like the game came out and I can, like, be done with it, but also I enjoy working on it, so fuck, what are we supposed to do? Still scraped the S! Even though my Obsidian and Mirage Saloon were fucking nightmarish. Oh yeah, T. Did Gunla give you that code? You know, that password? He did. What do you think of it? I think Dev would be upset if I, like, revealed the code right now. I want to leave that one back pocket for a little bit longer. Okay, you know what? We're just not going to be a part of anything related to the exchange that happened in front of me. One of the funniest things about watching the reception to this game has been people losing their fucking shit, both, like, negatively and, like, just completely stupefied neutral over the fact that we use Argon 2. for hashing passwords. And genuinely, that was just done because it was easier. Because we already had to bring in a cryptography library for some of the work on the profile system. Oh yeah, I'm not getting him. It's over for me. Woo! Yeah, this game genuinely does feel like a lot different at Gear 3. It is much more like raw moment-to-moment driving ability in some, like, pretty specific ways. Already found free real estate by accident. That joke is so fucking old, too. That's like Cart V1 old. That joke, explaining why that's funny might be impossible. I've seen some people posting about that spot in one of the unlockable areas. Couple of guys jamming out. Isolated Island was the map where I really discovered the beauty of the mechanics, and also where I learned you can drift off a ledge and maintain your mini turbo on my own. I felt so fucking smart. I'm gonna, like... I've been enjoying watching knowledge of the mechanics slowly circulate through, like, the most invested players in the community. People figuring out how to fucking use the bubble shield and wondering whether I programmed it in intentionally is, like, one of the highlights of the release period for me. But I also feel like there are, like... It feels normal to expect that people need a little bit more guidance in places when it comes to, like, how to make the mechanics work for them to, like, comfortably make their way through courses. Dude, nobody understands how programming video games works. Talk about how good battle mode is. Battle mode went through so many, like, gigantic revisions so close to release. I genuinely was afraid it wasn't going to function until it, like, all started working all at once. Because there is just so much bullshit that if any piece isn't working, the whole thing is a mess. Number 15, Mega Barrier. What was he doing? Never mind. I'm not developing today. I'm a player today. I play the video game today. That is not my voice line renderer. Oh, and he recorded those. There's no way that he fucking did it. I should have just kept going. I didn't have a lot of faith that I'd actually make it up there because I don't play this course in Gear 3 very often. Characters with real voices have actual VAs instead of using any of the game devs to write voices for the game. Yeah, it's like we got our voices in here in like a place or two. Fucking, obviously Oni did the VO work for Battle and for the release trailer. But it feels like just a tradition at this point to like splice bullshit from other properties into the game as kind of like the fantasy football of voice acting. And definitely, like, figuring out what I wanted to do with Heavy Magician was very fucking funny.
Over here.
Is your voice anywhere? I didn't end up recording anything for this. There were some plans, but at the last minute, I was like, I don't actually think this works very well for reasons that are not even related to, like, the way I feel about my voice. I just don't think, like, the joke that we have here is too important to squander. But hey, I did get a dumb fuck pinball noise into this video game, so that counts for something.
Pardon.
Technically, I got 2. I think I'm gonna hang on to 1 sneaker and just, like, see how things are playing closer to the lap border.
Pardon. Pardon.
I'm Shadow the Hedgehog. Shocked Easy didn't make it in with the followers. I actually assigned almost 0 of the follower noises. I was asked to sign off on MotoBuddy because I am the #1 world MotoBuddy enjoyer, and he is my son and I would die for him. But other than that, like, the sound assignment process, I believe, was almost entirely tape. There are some, like, really large specific sections of the game that is just like, oh, tape invented prison maps, etc., etc.
I beg your pardon.
Alright, so my placement's in danger. My foot's falling asleep again. I'm definitely starting to feel the cider. How obvious is it? Like, give it to me straight. I know you guys haven't seen, like, a whole lot of me recently because I accidentally made a free video game. But, like, I don't know, my ability to self-assess your speech is a bit impaired for sure. These are like 5%, so that's very funny to me. The most drunk I remember you is Fantasy Strike Cockhat, and you're not there yet, so looking good. Excellent. Whee! Okay, I didn't really think that one through exceptionally. I definitely just don't have the raw reaction time for Gear 3 Garden Top at the moment. Stunt Track Driver's so fucking cool. I appreciate that so many people's brains lit up at the inclusion of Stunt Track Driver music, especially considering that Stunt Track Driver is a fucking movie. Like, in terms of actual interactivity in the medium of video games, Stunt Track Driver is like all lies. It is like next generation lying. But like, it successfully sells the illusion, and I have some respect for that craft. Oh, and he's got bubbles, so now... Probably not on fucking 9 weight there. Like, if I had been playing Emerald, that would have been just fine, but... Alright, Rival's eating shit to the weird fish. I just gotta cruise. Those are not gonna make it there in time. That's like a human player strat. Okay, it's not a rival overtake, though. So that's okay.
Make way for the victor.
I'm still, like, keeping pace, I think. Yeah, I've still got a small margin. Just win. I'll do my best. Thank you for giving the game your best, T. It's been gratifying to see somebody close to me give it, like, real good fucking try and come out, like, apparently liking what they're seeing. I forgot that Master only gives you 1 HP in prison stages. Woo!
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, the Master prison requirements are rough. Like, stages are testably beatable, but because rank does not matter for, like, seeing content here, Master is completely bragging rights. We were not concerned with making it overly friendly. Alright, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Good. I probably should have burned to take that ring box, but it's a pretty nice Fliptide. Hello, the gang's all here. My fucking foot fell asleep again. The worms are back. I've been forced to confront the idea that I will never be as funny as Dracula Flow. I will never have that ability.
Pardon.
And, like, coming to terms with that has kind of helped me navigate a tumultuous time in my life emotionally. Alright, let's go for a long shot. Oh, that's super high. That's pretty bad. That's such a specific way to have tripwire leniency there. That's really funny. Why did I teach them to insta-whip? Thank you for punting that mace out of the way, by the way. What? I'm not a developer tonight. I'm not as think as you drunk I am, officer. Probably should have held this for a bit. I think I might have wanted item anyway. Ooh, yeah, that's probably my loss, honestly. I probably slipped out of first. Yeah. Just a rough couple of final races. So, like, we didn't kill the difficulty, which I think is one of the primary things that I was worried about. Because, like, with so many legitimate technical fixes to the way that bots work, I was worried that they'd be kind of defanged, but, like, they're still doing their job. I know that it might seem a little bit tone deaf to be concerned that bots are hard enough when the entire fucking world went, what the fuck, I can't do this.
Make way for the victor.
But very selfishly, it is important to me that the game remain fun for me as well. Let me give that one more. And I have some ideas for bridging a couple gaps in that regard as we go forward, but we will see.
Right there. Behold.
I really appreciate that we just get to showcase a bunch of good-ass fucking music here. Real shit, I am so fucking shocked that, like, a group of creative peers that I respect greatly looked at my work and went, this is good enough to stand next to that other shit, and I'm excited to have it in the game. That's wild to me. That's a level of validation that I genuinely have, like, not expected to receive for that type of work. And makes me pretty happy. That and the one fucking guy on Twitter, the one fucking person on Twitter who identified me as both a, like, lead game designer of Ring Racers and Tyron from the Kusoge Advent Calendar, and went, oh, it makes sense. I get it.
Pardon.
I wish I had an account on that dog shit service so I could explain how much I fucking appreciate them. Oh well. Not being able to read Twitter because I don't have an account and the website gets progressively more worthless every time I attempt to, like, follow context for a thread is probably, like, a substantial boon to my mental health, honestly. Alright, can my mecha clutch it out? What if I just drove in a straight line? Ladies and gentlemen, bottom right.
Make way for the victor.
There are just various forms of just drive Lamau. For sure. I know that, like, most of the people on the team are, like, pretty excited to, like, work on some content down the line after everybody has had a chance to, like, mentally reset from a ton of work and a very tumultuous lunch window. You fucking bastard. I don't even get to keep my landmine? Not quite. Woo, hot. Alright, that's a pretty annoying location to trap for, like, human players, but I think bots might just kind of prefer to go over the top.
Pardon.
My driving's getting worse, it's making everything more exciting.
Pardon.
Need my mother in the passenger seat. Dude, The funniest thing about release reception for like a lot of the artists has definitely been the discourse about characters getting cut, where it's like, nah, we just didn't finish them. There is, if people knew how much stuff was on the cutting room floor for any game, they might like shit themselves, and Ring Racers is no exception. It's like, absolutely, this was just a function of what can even fucking get into the game before we all go completely insane trying to make it forever. Let me just finish this fucking can. Let me just get it out of the way. Can you ramp out the window in the post-seesaw tunnel like V1 Honeycomb ending? I actually don't know. Water's probably a good idea. I know there are a couple locations on this map where that was like explicitly blocked off after testers found it and then set world records with it. Like that tripwire to my right as I passed through there. That should like kind of speak for itself. Gear 3 just makes it, like, practical to climb that, which is fucking insane. I wonder if I want actual items in this setting right now. Probably not. There's not a lot of good sightlines, so until I'm further back, it's kind of better to just play with the raw speed and make sure I have, like, a buffer of rings to use for sloped circumstances. Yeah! Got a little bit of that. Huh, do dash rings? Maybe I should take a look at that. That doesn't seem intuitively correct to me. Alright, let's at least... Listen, Blaze, you just didn't have to get involved. This is not about you. You didn't need to do that. What is the inverse of Save Me White Girl? That fucking person just died, by the way. Man, every time fucking somebody talks about Vector, I'm thinking about, like, SRB2 Vector now. And that absolutely ridiculous beat bounce wall climb bullshit. one of the all-time platforming mechanics ever. That shit's really cool. I don't know anything about how to fucking design a platformer, but it seems like most of the people doing, like, anything on the vanilla side are mostly just interested in creating, like, cool movesets to run around, like, interesting environments with. And I have some respect for that as an idea. Blaze, you did not have to get involved. This isn't about you. There's just no way she's here again.
I'm not fooling around.
Hey, is the card explosion loud enough for you guys? I think I should turn that up in 2.3. Am I really a lightweight? What the fuck, man? That doesn't make any sense. Because I'm literally physically not. That's ridiculous. Like, I definitely fucking feel intoxicated now. But, like, literally I had 2 cans of candy juice. 5% peach cider. You literally could not get more. I get to say it, but I shouldn't. I don't know, man. Make the car explosion 1% louder every patch and never tell anyone. Real. Yeah, I think the fucking discourse of, like, Sonic having too many characters just, like, fundamentally has its genesis in, like, an era of, like, not liking things being cool to a ridiculous extent. And also, like, happening to coincide with a time where Sonic the Hedgehog wanted to, like, have writing, but then didn't do any writing. Like, genuinely, if you look at, like, the idea of randomly picked out of a hat and definitely not biased, the Babylon Rogues, the idea of those characters is so fucking based. If you are, like, a fan artist, or a fucking writer, or a level designer, or an environment artist, you look at the fucking place that comes from and you go, oh my god, that's so cool. They can do anything with this. And then what you get in Sonic Riders on the disc is some of the worst fucking character writing I have ever seen. And it's like, what do you do with this? I feel like the reason Sonic fan communities are so prolific when it comes to, like, derivative yet original work is because it does not take a particularly fucking smart person to, like, pick up what the franchise is putting down and understand that this shit could be cool as fuck if allocated the proper resources and, like, a cohesive vision. And it feels so transparently fucking easy to do that, that, like, anybody with a creative bone in their body feels compelled to try. Does that, like, make sense? Dang. Like, series with consistently good media don't have fans this rabid. And, like, this belief can share space with the idea that I hope Sega continues to fucking get their shit figured out and continue doing what they're doing, because by God, do I love that little blue goofball in the pinball flipper. But, like, also what? Like, man, too many characters. That can make some sense if you, like, imagine it is an argument that nobody makes. Like, hey, I think that the focus on, like, pushing new designs in front of people's faces and trying to tell, like, new character-driven stories is at odds with the abilities of your production team in terms of, like, character writing and, like, cutscene design and shit. But that's a different thing than Sonic has too many characters. You have to do a lot of fucking legwork to get somebody from Sonic has too many characters to that belief, and I don't think that many people actually, like, say A and mean B in that way, if it makes sense, you know? What a cool fucking route. Hey, we're putting up L's. I maybe hit a bomber peak or something. Dude, why am I talking about Sonic the Hedgehog? This beat's talking about pinball, at least. Talk about pinball too fucking much. Mido Zero Ranger. Alright, I'm not gonna run into it this time. I made it! I fucking survived. I survived CD Special Stage 8, and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. We're alive! Hold on! Hold on, there's hope! Now let's see if I can remember how to navigate this fucking stage at all. Big bucks, no whammies, and stop. Oh yeah. This shit ain't nothing to me, man. On a basketball game mode. Did anybody play the ATV Off-Road Fury Sports modes? The hockey and soccer modes? ATV Off-Road Fury is my cross to bear when it comes to, like, unbelievably shitty B-rate extreme sports games from that particular era where you could just put a particular song onto your licensed soundtrack and collect the money. Genuinely, one of my formative experiences with video games was ATV Off-Road Fury Blazing Trails for the PSP. and encountering the weirdly functional online multiplayer for that game and proceeding to tear it the fuck up on the freestyle leaderboard. But one of the things that it had in it, it was just a fucking ATV racing game that was like kind of awkwardly attempting to straddle like Extreme Sports Forma de Racing and Extreme Sports Forma de literally Tony Hawk. And in the midst of all that, it's just like, yeah, man, you can just drive your ATV into a giant cartoon basketball the size of something larger than a basketball. And this is meaningful side content that we provide online matchmaking for. And it is horrifyingly functional, given how obviously, like, not thought through it is as a side mode. I think it's fucking funny. Am I still on Master? What the fuck? Genuine easy money. What in the entire world? I fucking love the special stage, by the way. This gimmick is just cool. We had to, like, do code fixes to make this work, and I think the difficulty is overall pretty low if you are not intoxicated. But it is just a neat stage concept. My foot fell asleep. The worms are back. That's probably better as like a single shot tap fire type deal, but I kind of just love shotgunning it. Dang, missed SPB, but I got triple Orbeus. Come here. Thank you. By the way, that jingle's uncredited because it's a fucking jingle, but it's mine. Smile. Not a particularly lenient S, considering I just, like, drove into the water after, like... Well, I mean, I drunk drove into the water. That's just what happened. But... we got there. Ooh, this is gonna be fun on Master. I think Emerald Cup has, like, some of my favorite courses in the game to see together, where these are all just, like, really solid fundamental layouts that focus on, like, kind of a different aspect of track design. Good night, C. What do you think the most fucked up cup in this game is? Probably Phantom. Not in terms of difficulty, but in terms of, like, how different the approach is to driving it effectively versus, like, everything else in the game. Also, GravTech just being, like, deeply funny. I mean, I think the classical answer that, like, more cleanly maps to people's expectations of what it means for something to be fucked up is Egg Cup. Because Death Egg is, like, foundationally ridiculous. Lost Colony has, like, a section that is a joke in, like, the most affectionate way. And Deadline is, like, so close to just smashing the limitations of the engine apart that it's a wonder it's drivable. I used to be pretty hard on Mega Cup because, like, it used to have some pretty pervasive signage issues IMO, and I have a difficult time reading flat courses because the software renderer kind of squishes the floor into a fucking line. Like, if I do this, if I just do renderer 2, okay, number 1, probably the game is going to crash pretty quickly now. And number 2, there's some holes in that fucking slope. Number 3, my fucking capture didn't take again. Why are you trying to capture DSDA Doom? What is wrong with you? Wow, that was like a new record. The renderer switch is, like, not the most stable thing in the world. I think GL itself, once you, like, have the renderer up and running, is fine, but there is probably something wrong with the renderer switch. But I'll play in GL for a bit. Because I think Jack's work is pretty cool, even if, like, there are parts of GL that do not render required effects, and so frustrate me a little bit. Because, like, perspective correct rendering is pretty based. Being able to, like, raise the camera and see the camera raise is pretty based. And obviously with the way we've done, like, model tilting, there is, like, a feeling of responsiveness that can be missing from 8-angle characters. Jack and Tape did some real good work here, though. I will say this much, if you are struggling with this game visually, for any reason, GL is likely to give you a better time if your problems are related to low resolution, the more effects associated with, like, the paletted shading, or perspective correction. So, like, hey Az, are you here? I fucking forgot to mention because you were having a rough visual time. Maybe try GL and see if your experience improves, because I know this was pretty rough on you. I already play with tilting disabled and screen shake at half intensity because I just fucking cannot stand camera tilting. It just does something to my brain that makes my play dramatically worse and makes me feel like somebody replaced my chair with an F-Zero AX cabinet. But, like, perspective correct rendering, comfy. Jack's model work, very fucking good. I definitely, like, I wish I knew anything about fucking modern graphics pipelines so I could help assist with the effort to, like, bring the hardware renderer into the fucking future and achieve some of the desired look of software without some of the associated crust and inflexibility. And yeah, you can absolutely just kill models, so like, here you go right here. Legacy GL options, 3D models off. Absolutely doable. If you're like having a genuine sensory processing issue, it's pretty likely that you just need to like go to GL and then turn your resolution up. There are some other things that were done in 2.2 in particular to help out a bit, where if you turn on the, I'll show everyone where this is as well. If you go to your profile setup, under the accessibility menu, you can disable screen tilting, adjust or disable screen shake, and then there is the reduce effects toggle, which takes out a bunch of repetitive sounds and some of the less important visual cues. Because everything in the game has like some sort of visual purpose, but obviously there's a cutoff point where it's like the clutter this adds may not be worth the information that's being provided to you if you're already struggling to keep up. It's not just the graphics on the ground being more than flat texture. Yeah, if people are having trouble with the fucking texturing, that could be a little bit rough. Definitely there's an extent... Ooh, that is a rough ending. There's an extent to which that can be improved in GL if you set the anisotropic. You can see it on the patch of ground to the left of Fang's signpost here. How with texture filtering at maximum, it will smooth that out and like shade it consistently so that some of the contrast kind of blends in a little bit more correctly. And obviously I've got my own ideas about how to fix this up in the future, because there are absolutely some people who are just having a rough time with like the art style and presentation in like a very, I am having a difficult time looking at the screen sort of way. And obviously it sucks to get filtered out on that basis. Yeah, absolutely. Next time you fire up the game, just like give me a nudge. No, you must memorize all the graphics options now, or I will never speak to you again. Have you guys seen the staff ghost start that Oni does in fucking Gust Planet? It's like that, except he takes the fucking tripwire. It is so goddamn funny. I will say it was a little bit funny to like log into Gay Robot Club and see like the occasional Ring Racer sucks and they didn't fix the AI at all. But a lot of what that indicated to me in the moment is that there were a lot of people who, like, cared a lot about the game, but could not muster the effort to get through, like, some pain points. And so I hope that for the people who consider themselves in target audience, that 2.2 smooth things out to the extent that, like, you're having an alright time. That must have been my landmine, right? Like, there's basically a 0% chance that was not my landmine. Yeah, don't leave Twitter as a freelancer. I think the Fediverse is cool, but, like, ethical social media is, like, conceptually opposed to putting your work into the eyeballs of people who didn't ask to see it. And so it will always be a less effective option for people who are trying to make it freelancing. I think you might find it surprising how consistently you can get to places that are fucking worthless in this game. Do I do the thing? Has the statute of limitations expired on doing the thing? I think it would be at least slightly funny if I did the thing. Like, as soon as it started hitting Twitter, I was like, alright, this is about to be out of the bag. I might deadass not remember which location it's in, either. Yeah, I figured. It's like, what is the statute of limitations on spoilers for a fucking game that I worked on? This has got to be the goofiest one. Yeah, it's GP only. People were real ornery about this one being tough to find. Tape did such a fucking cool job adapting the stage, too. Not quite. Okay, Whip versus Lightning there was rough. I feel like I'm just getting locked in tonight. Like, I'm just enjoying driving. I should have known. Dude, we made drop dash so fucking strong you can slip tide off of it. I don't even remember why I did that, except I thought it was cool. Oh, Sonic 2 Special Edition's funny as hell. No. Wow, I really didn't get a waypoint update further up. That's fucking brutal. Okay, my excuse is alcohol. I think you should probably consider believing me. No developer hat today. No developer hat today. Oh, man. Should I just save myself the indignation and embarrassment? They're really far out there. Dang, I went so fast that I actually missed that set because the ring box was still confirming. Woo, kind of a hot slip tide. Alright, let's fucking mash this shit. I feel like you hear that jingle pretty rarely because people just like to restart GP when they're super behind. But I appreciate that it made it in. Heavy Magician is really fucking weird. For what it's worth, the one thing that we absolutely know, like, OpenGL does that's game stability related is that it has a memory leak. But, like, the 17 quadrillion other memory leaks in the game have been, like, fixed or improved. So, it's not quite as bad. And yeah, I believe that pose is, like, based on a Mania sprite. Because Heavy Magician is a boss that only shows up when she's getting her ass kicked. Just like me, for real, for real. I saw it happen in slow motion. I was powerless to stop it. I'm fucking looking at that landmine descending like a kaiju movie. Look at how fucking mean these bastard computers are. Can you believe that shit? I chose not to ring boost back into that, and I'm wondering whether it was a mistake. Okay, I'm gonna be smart, and when I, like, enter that corner super, super far inside, we're just gonna bail on the drift. Decent DI? Garden top in second, huh? I heard that bubble shield and I don't want to know what happened behind me. trapping this fucking 15 ring capsule like a human is gonna take that. Okay, we made it. We're alive. Round star successfully fucking destroyed. So is this game menus or parkour? It's parkour. Race's parkour battle is menus. I swear to God, when I'm against like a strong battle player, I feel like I'm playing a fucking turn-based RPG sometimes. Just staring each other down, charging insta-whip like it's fucking Pokemon Showdown. Alright, here's the fucking stage! Why? I love fucking trapping that 20 ring capsule so much. What? It hit? But why? I was just about to explain how it will never hit bots. What? Oh well, man. All good. It's been a while since I've used GL, but it's a lot more comfortable than I remember. Woohoo! I feel like I want to put a sticker somewhere permanently on the screen that says what fucking difficulty mode you're in. I have like 3 ideas for that, and then if I ask someone who actually does visuals on the team, I'm sure they will have like 48 quadrillion more. I'm just gonna politely attempt to pull over. Boink. Oh, I didn't hit either of the fucking boxes? I guess I'm just gonna have to make a move. That'll work. So, I got in for free, because it's Master. Ooh, that's a hot performance drop. I wonder what that's all about. I know some people have reported that in GL, but I could not fucking begin to tell you what it is because I don't work on the renderer. Dude, not flicky, right? Like, not right now. Oh. That's highly unfortunate. Thought I could bounce over the cycle, but that just was not how it was destined to work. I don't trust that path split even slightly, so I'll just take 2 hits here once we're past the spikes. I'll take 1 hit here once we're past the spikes. I'll take none hits here once we're past the spikes. I forgot all the fucking tricks this one has. It's a real bastard. Can charge do it? Is it enough? Alright, see you later. Yeah, we kind of had to kill restart level. That was like, if people want to cheat, they're going to cheat, and like, they should cheat because like, how we feel about it really doesn't have anything to do with it. But restart level was so easy that it was tempting people who didn't want to cheat. Like, we saw conversations in the Discord about it, like, every day. But yeah, I'm glad the sealed start changes have, like, landed positively with people. That was a mess. I have no fucking idea what I was trying to do. Slow reaction. The fucking spikes are just shaded weirdly in GL. It takes me a minute to figure out what the fuck I'm looking at. I won't cheat and I won't patch until I get all 14. You're a lunatic, but hey, you do what you gotta do. Alright, is it enough? Ah! Yeah, this one is, like, not gonna lie, it's tough. It is IMO the hardest of the base 7 by, like, a fair amount? There we go. Damn it. These are fucking tough as Heavy Magician, too. I keep forgetting that I'm playing Heavy Magician. I'm like, why is my handling response so fucking inconsistent? Oh, it's because I'm 200 dudes. Let's look for a burst of speed. Yeah, Fountain has kind of like an appealing sort of straightforwardness to it. Man, does this look different with fucking GL directional lighting. Kind of fucking neat, honestly. I have definitely seen like 100 quadrillion million people shouting their love for Gallery to anyone who will listen, and I definitely think it's one of the coolest. I missed S. I'm a fraud. I'm a big fucking liar. Let's do this. Gallery has like the gimmick ever. I'll wait. Like this is just goofy. That's ridiculous. And like, it actually does something kind of interesting with like, hey, because your item slot is occupied for the entire stage, please enjoy interacting with these ring capsules. Alright, that's pretty bad. Probably dead? Yeah, let's just do this. Crackhead strategy? Maybe just a little bit. We lost one. When we were doing the fucking sealed star layouts and, like, they weren't ordered by difficulty yet, watching everyone use UFO Smasher because they thought theirs was super hard and cool, and because UFO Catcher didn't have the verse that made it good yet, was very funny. I knew I should have fucking fastballed earlier. Ah, it's fucking good. That's fucking funny as hell, man. Yeah, the sealed stars being, like, kind of fuckety was definitely part of the assignment. They're meant to feel like sections of the game that break the rules by a fair amount, that kind of set the player off balance and require them to do, like, unusual things in unusual ways. And seeing reactions to that has been pretty interesting. Yeah, I'm turning into Chrome. I don't trust those fucking springs. Do I unleash the beast, though? I think I will. That SPB capsule is one of the fucking most counterintuitive things I have ever seen. Watching people interact with that and, like, vibrate out of their skin is just deeply funny to me. Yeah, let's do this for fun, too. The fucking Ball Crusher! Yeah, it's like, it's one thing to understand the assignment, it's another thing to, like, stay cool while the stage asks you to, like, keep still. One of the biggest weak play patterns that I saw from just, like, watching new players do these stages was just really trying to rush. And that's why, like, if they were going to receive any kind of difficulty adjustment, it was going to be the kind that dropped in 2.2. Remember, I'm still 2 drinks in. I have an excuse. I have a great excuse. The greatest excuse. Thank you, Air Failsafe. I love you. I am so fucking slow tonight. it goes. It's gonna fucking bash me in the back, too. Yeah, see you later. Single Orbinaut. Yeah, and because I was at 0, I have fucking Super Ring Assist. It's a hard knock life. You made it. Alright. Take the counter-steering challenge. Yay. Fucking monkey ball ass ending. That ending is... It's there! I like how fucking unfriendly it is. I'll admit to carrying a little bit of hatred in my heart. Aqua Cup, that was the one. Which is the... Oh yeah, Steeple? Steeple is my pick for hardest page 2, probably. Steeple is, like, absolutely a bastard. I genuinely don't know if I'll be able to do it while intoxicated. Single draws again, because I'm probably the worst good player on Dev when it comes to, like, being able to stop roulette on useful things. This is probably, like, a gone attempt, because I just, like... misused the fuck out of all of my ammo. And then took a bunch of badly, like, judged shots. I wonder what that churn is at the sort of sealed stars on GL. Oh yeah, see you later, man. All good. Good catching up. I'm so ass. I probably should route out for that fucking banana capsule. That would probably solve a lot of my problems. I maybe don't route out for, like, single draws. Yes, obviously double draws is much better. Good work. Was Aqua Cup not having water maps intentional? I genuinely cannot remember that being discussed a single time on Dev, but I can't promise you that it wasn't. Oh, it's dire. Once more. I think this actually got some changes since the last time I tested it. I'll have to ask around. Just the name Watercup being funny. I think the idea is that in, like, actual, where it is correctly named in any regard, Bubble Shield is called the Aqua Shield. We actually had a conversation about this, like, yesterday. So it's just because the fucking theming is, like, monitors. There we go. As it turns out, when you, like, select good items and then, like, hit the catcher with them, a number of sealed stars become dramatically easier. But you didn't hear that from me. Let me just cut off all the sound design by mashing A. Frog, what you described is a scrapped feature. We literally dropped it for technical reasons. I will claim no credit for that. It was Toaster's idea, and I am sad we could not bring it into the game. I feel like I should do one more thing. Oh, I know what to do. I definitely know what to do. Hold on. Okay, so I figured out why some of these weren't working. And I'll have to, like, investigate that for 2.3. But I do get to do something slightly funny. Good night, Lightspeed Angel. There is a code for slightly more than that. Just a regular day. I wanted to give this a shot, and I thought the results were so fucking funny that I had to add it to the game in some form. Those motherfuckers are gone. They do not care about me. My ring box. I'm not even fucking playing well either. This is like a terrible showcase of this because I am like unironically intoxicated. And then seems like an okay choice for after this loop. How about garden top scams? Can we do those? Man, Gear 2 actually feels kinda slow after playing on fucking Master all night. I'm sure people have already, like, source mined the existence of this code and probably done EXE mods to turn it on. Tutorial challenge complete. There's no fucking water in here.
Wasn't strong enough.
That hot E rank. What was that Sonic I got? Oh, hold on. Fucking, this? Just some stuff. Just a small amount of things. Thank God for this map's existence in the game, by the way. I just, like, enjoy the way the movement in this game came out enough that, like, sometimes I'll just dick around in Test Run because it feels interesting to drive around. Smile. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna get anything, like, useful done for the rest of my night. I did want to show up and just, like, play some 2.2 so the, like, patch can feel real to me and make sense. And now I'm probably gonna get some more fucking water. That was my last Angry Orchard, but I still have some cider in the fridge. Looking forward to sampling that. I wish Fantasy Strike still had, like, children on the Nintendo Switch playing it so I could just load it up. Because, like, I got my fucking Stream Deck back from D. So, I have the ability to hit that button. Alright, get the fuck out of here.